I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome in this new vlog. I hope that all of you are doing great. So it's currently 7 a.m. We are Thursday morning and the GBP news just hit the market. As I told you guys in the last vlog, I was going to follow this news carefully and see what I would do with my trade. So in this vlog, I will show you guys basically what happened, what I decided to do with my trade, and basically kind of the reasons behind that. So I think that you can learn a lot when it comes to trade management and how I basically go about the markets when we get that type of event. So very important video to watch. Make sure that you watch until the end of it to not miss any information. So with all of that being said, let's actually get right into it. So I'm about to show you guys my chart, but just before we do that, make sure you leave a like under the video if it's not already done, and you can also subscribe to the channel. That would help a lot. So with that being said, let me turn the camera and I'll show you guys what happened with the news. Okay guys, so we're now on my chart. As you guys can see, I'm recording it directly, so it's a little bit different than usual. Let me know in the comment section if you actually prefer if I do it like this, or if I just, take the camera and directly show it to you. By holding it. So it's kind of different things, but I would like to hear you guys on that, which one you prefer. So first of all, let me just show you guys what happened yesterday with the news on the FOMC, right? So we had this yesterday and it did move the market. Not a lot, right? You will see, but it was a very slow news actually. So nothing really surprising, when it comes to that. The interest rate were kept the same, nothing really much was being said during the conference, so it was kind of a non-event actually. So if you look at the chart, if you look at the USD pair, well, we got this little move during the event, but it was really not something that really made something worth to trade basically. So it was a very slow event. Now for today's event, it's quite different, and this is what I was expecting. I was not expecting much at the beginning from the USD one, but the GBP one, we knew that it would move a lot to the market because basically the number of people who wanted to cut the interest rate or not would be kind of important for a good idea of where the overall bank is going with this. So if we go back on Forex Factory, well, we got the number this morning, so no cut in the interest rate. That's not really surprising. Even if a cut was a possibility, there was still more probability for a no cut, so that is pretty normal. But when I saw this number here, that's when I was a little bit not shocked, but I was a little bit surprised, because that was not the most likely scenario. So basically what these numbers mean, if you are not really sure about that, let me just kind of give you guys a very brief explanation. So basically in the UK, right, in for the bank, there's like 9 people who have to make the decision on whether they want to cut the rates or not. So if it's written, for example, 0 to 7, it means that 0 people wanted to make the interest rate go higher, 2 people wanted to cut, and 7 wanted to hold. So that was basically the last result, as you guys can see in previous. And this time we were expecting a little more, so 1 more people basically who would want to cut, and maybe even more than that. So that was kind of what the market was expecting, but as you guys can see, it basically just stayed the same. So that was kind of surprising. Even though we knew that it was possible, it was not the most likely scenario. And so because of that, we saw a pretty strong move on the GBP pair. So if we go back on what happened, well, you guys can see this. We got a pretty strong up move right over here. So the GBP was bullish, which makes sense because of the results that we got. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea. Nothing really complex, and when you understand the basic number of the news like that and what they mean and what they represent, I mean, it's a lot easier already to make a forecast, and to know basically what type of move you could expect, right? Because as you guys just saw, I just explained all of this in like 2 minutes, it's nothing that crazy. It's nothing that fancy. But if you understand those, basic concepts, the basic way that the banks make their decision with the rate and what they look for and things like that, you can really have a better understanding overall. Not like, I would not say like just on the market, but like with the economy, politics, and things like that. Now, it's not personally something that I really use on a day-to-day basis in my trading. So it's rarely like those things. I really take them in consideration when I take a trade. Well, I do take them in consideration, but not the same way as most people. So it's a little complex and hard to explain here, because normally I just talk about this in the course. But to kind of give you guys an idea, I do care about these things and I do look at them, but I will not, for example, just take a trade on that. It's really just to have a better idea and a better understanding of the overall situation. So now you guys are probably wondering, what did I do with my trade? Because if you guys remember, during the last vlog, I had a Euro GBP trade, a buy from those levels, and as you guys can see, it went pretty down today. So what did I do with this trade? Well, pretty simple. I decided to close the trade at break even yesterday, not today, okay? So basically yesterday we were around here, and what I decided to do was to cut the trade at break even, well, in a little profit, but it was more, a break even trade. And the reason why is because I wanted to be out of the market before the rate decision. And if I still had a good setup during the rate decision, I could have even got another trade from that. So that was kind of the idea. So I wanted to be out of the market, but if the market would have given me another setup that I could have traded, then I would not have hesitated to get back into the trade. But as you guys can see, it did not really do that. We got a pretty strong down move. So now we need to wait and see how the market is going to unfold with this. But that's kind of the idea. That's what happened yesterday, and well, that's what happened 10 minutes ago. So I hope I made it clear. I try to really keep it as simple as possible and skip all the blah blah and just give you guys as much value as I can. So I hope that your understanding of this situation is a little bit more clear. As I said, I wanted to keep it simple so everyone could understand. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea. And the key thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that it's not that complex. Those numbers, those news, what moves the market, it's really not that complex. You really just need to do some research, figure out what news moves the market, what is behind the news, right? What does it mean, right? Because it's good to know the numbers and things like that, but it's more important to know what is the news and why it moves the market and what it impacts after that and things like that. So just having a good overall understanding of the news and the economy and things like that, it really does help in your trading. And as I said, it's not something that will help directly your trading, at least not me. Like, I will not take trades because of these things most of the time. It's really just to have a better understanding overall of the markets. And when you get to an advanced understanding of everything, well, it just makes trading easier because you know what you're looking at, why a certain move happened, you understand the reasons behind it and things like that. So yeah, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say for this short video. I just wanted to update you guys, as I said. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick one. If you did, well, you can leave a like under it as always. And yeah, so on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.